Welcome to my video on how to adjust the chain on your Zontes, Monster or other 125 motorcycle. First of all, we need the correct tools, which is, in this case, a 19mm and a 17mm socket with a ratchet arm, an adjustable spanner, although an accurate 12 or 13mm spanner would be more appropriate in this case, but I can't find mine. Piece of paper to measure the slackness in the chain, a tape measure to make your markings. Right, let's begin. According to the Zontes user manual, there should be between 10 and 20mm of slack on the chain. I've measured out 20mm on a piece of paper and used a 10mm as a middle line as an indication. I will then place the paper behind the chain with the lowest mark just visible above the chain, although I can't do it at the moment. I need two hands. As I lift the chain, leave the paper, it will tell me exactly how much slack is in. In this case, it'll easily exceed that, probably nearly double. So, loosen the bolts on the rear chassis, on the rear swing arm. It requires, on the Zontes Monster, it requires 17mm on the chain side, and 19mm for the other side. Loosen them, but don't remove them. We'll need to remove the wheel. Then loosen the lock nut, which is the furthermost one, on both sides. I've already done this. Then we need to tighten the first bolt. Take a spanner, and as you tighten it, keep an eye on your guides here, by the way. There should be lines that indicate whereabouts the chain is. As you tighten, it should pull the rear wheel back. It's very, very important that you do this equally for all. So count the amount of turns for both sides of the wheels. So first of all, 1, 2, and then go down to the other side. 1, 2, then go back to the chain and try and establish that it's tightened up. It's now tightened up way too tight on this case, so I will undo it by 2 turns on each side. 1, 2. That's a bit more like it. Okay, right, I've adjusted the nuts on either side, the little bolts here on both sides. Made sure the wheel is still level. And I finger tightened the lock nuts afterwards. Finger tightened the lock nuts and measured the distance between the tyre and the frame swing arm on both sides to try and make sure the wheel is centred, to make sure it hasn't pulled off to one side, because that could affect the brakes, the operation and the chains and sprockets. Okay, now I will simply tighten up all bolts and then take it for a test run, and that is simply how you tighten off a chain. My next video will be fitting these wheel rim reflectors. I wouldn't normally do something like this, but a friend of mine said they look great on the black alloy wheels on the Monster, and I have to say I think I agree with them. Purchased them from eBay from a firm called Magnum Graphics. I think they're about 15 quid delivered. Quite fast delivery, so I'll install them as soon as I get time. I shall see you then.